Understanding what's changing this December. As we move into December 2025, millions of Americans, especially seniors, retirees, and people living with disabilities, are beginning to notice important updates in their Social Security benefits. These changes can feel confusing, overwhelming, or even stressful, especially if you rely on these payments to cover basic needs like groceries, medication, rent, or utilities. That's why in this video, I want to walk you through every major update in the simplest, clearest way possible. Think of this as a friendly conversation where we sit together at the kitchen table with a warm cup of coffee, and I explain everything step by step without complicated government language or confusing financial terms. Social Security is more than just a check, it's a lifeline. It carries decades of your hard work, all those years of paying FICA taxes, and turns them into the income you depend on during retirement or disability. So when changes happen, whether it's a cost of living increase, a shift in the payment schedule, or a new notice from the SSA, they matter. They matter to your budget, your plans, and your peace of mind. In December 2025, there are several important things happening all at once. For many people, this is the month where you'll see the impact of the new COLA increase, receive updated letters from the Social Security Administration, and experience a slightly adjusted payment schedule because of holiday timing. If you receive SSI or SSDI, you may notice even more changes, including earlier payments and updated benefit amounts for the year ahead. What I want you to know is this: you are not alone, and you are not expected to figure all of this out by yourself. These updates can be understood, and with the right explanations, everything becomes much clearer. That is exactly what we will do together, step by step, throughout this full guide. So, in this first part, let's lay down the foundation. Let's begin by understanding why December is such an important month for Social Security, what role these updates play in your benefits, and how they fit into the larger structure of America's retirement and disability system. When you understand the why, the how becomes much easier. And once the big picture is clear, the details, like payment dates, COLA adjustments, or SSI timing, will fall right into place. By the end of this full series, you will know exactly what to expect from your December benefits and how to prepare for the changes arriving in January. Let's begin this journey together, one calm and simple step at a time. What Social Security really is and why it matters. Before we go deeper into the December updates, it's important to take a moment and truly understand what Social Security is and why it plays such a central role in the lives of older Americans, people with disabilities, and families who depend on survivor benefits. Think of Social Security as a promise made decades ago between the government and working Americans. Throughout your working life, every paycheck you earned had a portion taken out through FICA taxes. At the time, it may have just looked like numbers on a pay stub, but those numbers were actually building your future safety net. This system was created so that when you reach retirement age, or if you become disabled, or if your family loses a loved one who provided income, the government would step in to help. Not with charity, but with benefits that you earned. Benefits that came from years of your labor, your contribution, and your dedication to the workforce. Social Security is not just a program, it's the backbone of retirement security in America. For many seniors, it is the difference between stability and struggle, between affording medication or having to choose between prescriptions and groceries, between a warm home and uncertainty. And that's why understanding changes, no matter how small they might seem, is so important. A shift in your payment date, a small increase in your monthly benefit, or an adjustment in Medicare premiums can have a real impact on your daily life. Now, as we look at December 2025, this promise of Social Security continues, but with updates designed to reflect modern costs, rising inflation, and the realities of everyday living. Every year, the government reviews how much prices have increased across the country, things like food, housing, gas, utilities, and healthcare. When prices rise, Social Security responds with something called a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. This adjustment is meant to keep your benefits from falling behind the true cost of living. It's not meant to make you rich, and it doesn't always cover every rising expense, but it is designed to help you maintain your stability and independence as the world gets more expensive. For 2025, that adjustment is 2.5%, and many people will begin feeling the effects of that increase as December rolls in and the SSA begins sending out official letters explaining the updated benefit amounts. But COLA is just one part of the Social Security story this month. December also brings new schedules, earlier SSI payments due to the holiday calendar, and updated Medicare Part B deductions that can influence how much money you actually see in your bank account. So before we move on to the details, like exact payment dates, program differences, or what to do if your check is late, remember this: Social Security is something you've earned. These updates are part of keeping that promise alive, making sure your benefits continue to support you the way they were intended. In the next part, we'll begin breaking down the new COLA increase and what it means for your actual monthly payments. The 2025 COLA increase, what the 2.5% raise really means. Now that we understand why Social Security exists and why these updates matter, let's take a closer look at one of the biggest changes arriving for 2025, the 2.5% cost of living adjustment, or what most people simply call the COLA increase. Every year, the government studies the rising cost of everyday life, things like groceries, rent, gas, medical care, heating bills, and other essentials. When these costs rise, Social Security benefits rise too. This yearly adjustment is meant to help you maintain your standard of living as inflation pushes prices higher. For 2025, the COLA increase is 2.5%. At first glance, that percentage might seem small, but let's break it down in a way that feels real and practical. If you receive the average retirement benefit, which is about $1,800 per month, that 2.5% increase means you'll receive around $45 more each month. Over the course of a year, that adds up to about $540 extra. And for many seniors, that added amount can make a meaningful difference. It might be a few more bags of groceries, a couple of prescription refills, a winter utility bill, or a tank of gas so you can get to your doctor's appointment without worry. If your benefit is higher or lower than the average, your increase will be adjusted accordingly. The 2.5% raise applies across the board to retirees, widows, widowers, disabled individuals, and others receiving Social Security benefits. But here's something especially important. You will not see the full raise in your pocket if you have Medicare Part B premiums deducted from your Social Security benefits. Those premiums change each year too, and when they increase, they reduce the net amount that lands in your bank account. The good news is that the SSA will send you an official letter showing two numbers clearly: your new gross benefit amount after the 2.5% COLA increase, how much Medicare Part B is deducting your final net payment, the amount that actually gets deposited. These letters are sent every December, and they are extremely important to keep. They help you understand exactly how much income you will have going into the new year. The COLA increase does not fix every challenge that seniors face, especially with rising medical costs, but it is part of the government's effort to make sure your benefits reflect the economic reality of the moment. You earn these benefits, and the annual COLA is one of the ways your contribution is honored and protected. In the next part, we're going to break down one of the topics that causes the most confusion every year: the Social Security payment schedule, and why your birthday determines when you get paid. Understanding the December payment schedule. Now that we've covered the COLA increase, let's move on to something that affects every single beneficiary: the exact day your Social Security payment arrives in December. This is one of the most common questions seniors have, and for good reason. When you rely on Social Security as a primary source of income, the specific payment date matters. It helps you plan your bills, your groceries, your medication refills, and your overall monthly budget. The Social Security Administration uses a very organized system to decide when each person gets paid, and once you understand the pattern, everything becomes predictable and much easier to follow. First group: those who started receiving benefits before May 1997. If you began receiving Social Security benefits before May of 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment date never changes. You are always paid on the third day of each month. For December 2025, that means your payment will arrive on December 3rd. This system keeps things simple for longtime beneficiaries. Everyone else: payment based on your birthday for all other Social Security recipients, meaning retirees, widows, widowers, and SSDI beneficiaries. The payment date depends on your birthday. This method helps spread out millions of payments so the system doesn't get overwhelmed all at once. Here's how it works. If your birthday is between the 1st and the 10th, you get paid on the second Wednesday of the month. For December 2025, that date is December 10th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, you get paid on the third Wednesday of the month. For December 2025, that date is December 17th. If your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, you get paid on the fourth Wednesday of the month. For December 2025, that date is December 24th. Christmas Eve. Many people in this group see their payment hit just in time for the holidays, which can feel like a welcome bit of relief at the end of the year. Why this system matters. This birthday-based schedule may seem unusual, but it actually makes the entire Social Security system run more smoothly. With over 67 million Americans receiving benefits, spreading out payments helps avoid delays, prevents system overload, and ensures more reliable delivery for everyone. In the next part, we're going to focus on one of the programs that often creates confusion during the holiday season, SSI, Supplemental Security Income, and why some people receive two payments in December. Why SSI recipients receive two payments in December. Now that we've covered the main Social Security payment schedule, let's talk about SSI Supplemental Security Income, because this program follows a different set of rules, and December always brings a bit of confusion for millions of people. SSI is designed for individuals who have limited income and limited resources. This includes older adults, people who are blind, people living with disabilities, individuals with low or no work history. SSI doesn't look at how long you worked or how much you paid into the system. Instead, it helps those who need a financial safety net the most. The usual SSI payment date. Normally, SSI payments are sent out on the first day of each month. That rule is simple, but holidays can complicate things. Why two payments arrive in December? Here's where it gets interesting. January 1st, 2026 is a federal holiday. SSA cannot send payments on a holiday, so they do the next best thing. They send the January SSI payment early, on the last business day of December. That date is December 31st, 2025. This means SSI recipients receive 1. Their regular December payment at the start of the month. 2. Their January 2026 payment early on December 31st. This leads many people to think something is wrong or that they're getting a bonus. But this is not extra money, and it's not a mistake. It's simply the January check arriving early because of the holiday schedule. A very important reminder. Even though two SSI payments come in December, you will not receive a payment on January 1st because the payment for January has already been delivered. Understanding this timing helps prevent confusion and protects you from worrying that something went wrong with your benefits. In the next part, we'll take a closer look at SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, how it differs from SSI, and how payments are scheduled for those who can no longer work due to disability. Understanding SSDI and how disability payments are scheduled. Now that we've covered SSI and why December brings two payments for that program, let's turn to another important benefit, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. Many people confuse SSI and SSDI, but they are actually very different programs. Knowing the difference helps you understand not only why you receive the amount you do, but also why your payment arrives on a specific date. What SSDI really is. Think of SSDI as a benefit you earned through your years of working. Every time a portion of your paycheck went towards Social Security taxes, you were building something called work credits. If a serious disability prevents you from working, these credits allow the system to support you. SSDI is designed for people who once worked and paid into Social Security, individuals who can no longer work because of a medical disability, workers who have built up enough Social Security credits through employment. It is not based on financial need. Like SSI, instead it's based on your work history and your contributions to the system. How SSDI payments are scheduled. Here's some good news. SSDI follows the exact same payment schedule as regular Social Security retirement benefits. That means your SSDI payment date depends entirely on your birthday, not the date you became disabled or when you applied for benefits. Let's recap the simple schedule. Birthdays from the 1st to the 10th, paid on the 2nd Wednesday. Birthdays from the 11th to the 20th, paid on the 3rd Wednesday. Birthdays from the 21st to the 31st, paid on the 4th Wednesday. So if you're on SSDI, you'll receive your December 2025 payment on one of these dates, December 10th, December 17th, December 24th. And yes, for some SSDI recipients, your payment will come right on Christmas Eve, which feels like a timely bit of support during the holiday season. Why this matters. SSDI is a lifeline for millions of Americans who can no longer earn a paycheck. For many, it's their only source of income. That's why understanding the system, how it works, why it exists, and when payments arrive is so important. In the next part, we will address one of the biggest questions seniors have every year. Are we getting a new stimulus check? And we will separate fact from fiction. The truth about stimulus checks and why many rumors are wrong. One of the most common questions people ask, especially around the holidays, is whether a new stimulus check is coming. You may see videos online, posts on social media, or even hear rumors from friends saying that seniors, retirees, or people on SSI and SSDI are about to receive a special payment. So let's be completely clear, honest, and straightforward. As of December 2025, there is no new federal stimulus check approved for Social Security recipients. There is no hidden check. There is no secret program. There is no special senior bonus being mailed out. If there were, it would require Congress to pass a new law and the president to sign it. That has not happened. Why the confusion happens? During the pandemic, several rounds of stimulus payments were sent out quickly. Many seniors still remember how those checks helped them stay afloat during a difficult time. So when inflation goes up or when Social Security updates begin, people naturally wonder if another stimulus might be coming. Unfortunately, some websites and videos use this hope to spread misleading or false claims. They may say things like, "A new $2,000 check is coming next week. Emergency payments approved for all seniors. Hidden stimulus checks being sent right now." These headlines are designed to get clicks, not to give you the truth. What is happening instead? While there is no stimulus check, the COLA increase that takes effect for 2025 does act like a small ongoing stimulus. It adds money to your monthly benefit, not just once, but every month for the entire year. Some people call this a built-in stimulus because it gives you more financial support over time instead of a one-time payment, but technically it is not the same thing as a federal stimulus check. How to protect yourself. Here's an important rule. If something sounds too good to be true, always verify it through official channels. The only trustworthy sources for Social Security announcements are the official SSA website, ssa.gov, the SSA phone line official government press releases. Never give your personal information to anyone saying they can help you claim your stimulus. That is usually a scam. Understanding the new SSA letters. Arriving in December. Every December, millions of Social Security recipients receive an official letter from the SSA. For many people, this envelope arrives without warning and can cause worry, especially when the numbers look different from what you've been receiving all year. So let's take a moment to understand exactly what these letters are, why they matter, and how to read them without stress or confusion. What these letters contain. The Social Security Administration sends these notices to tell you your updated benefit amount for the upcoming year. These letters include three important pieces of information: your new monthly benefit total after the COLA increase, any Medicare Part B deductions taken from your check, your final net payment, the amount you will actually receive each month. Everything is written in a straightforward format, but the numbers may surprise you if you don't know what to expect. Why your payment might not increase as much as you expect. You might think, if COLA is 2.5%, shouldn't my monthly check go up by exactly that amount? In theory, yes. But in reality, Medicare Part B premiums often increase each year as well. So if you pay your Medicare premium through your Social Security check, this deduction reduces the amount that actually shows up in your bank account. The gross amount may rise, but the net amount may rise less, or in some cases, barely at all. This is why reading your SSA letter carefully matters. The letter helps you plan for the year ahead. Most seniors rely heavily on Social Security income. Knowing exactly what amount you will receive starting in January helps you plan your monthly budget, understand changes in healthcare costs, avoid surprises when bills are due, adjust spending if needed. Think of the letter as a helpful roadmap for the new year. Keep your letter in a safe place. These notices aren't just informational, they're important legal documents. You may need them if you apply for housing assistance, you need proof of income, you file taxes, a financial institution requests verification. Make sure to store the letter in a folder or safe spot where you keep your other important papers. How Medicare premiums affect your Social Security payments. Now that we've talked about the SSA letters and why they're important, we need to look at something that confuses many seniors every year: the connection between Medicare premiums and your Social Security benefits. Most people who receive Social Security also have Medicare Part B, which covers doctor visits, outpatient care, certain medical equipment, and preventive services. But here's the part many people forget: your Medicare Part B premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security payment each month. That means the amount you actually receive, your net benefit, depends not only on your COLA increase, but also on how much Medicare costs for the new year. Why your payment might not rise as much as you expected. You may look at the 2.5% COLA increase and think, great, I'm going to get more money starting in January. And that's true. But if the Medicare Part B premium also increases, which it usually does, your net increase might be smaller than expected. For example, your Social Security benefit may rise by 45, but your Medicare premium might rise by 10 or 15. This means the amount deposited into your bank account goes up, but not by the full COLA amount. What the SSA letter shows. To help avoid confusion, your December SSA letter includes your new gross benefit before deductions, your Medicare Part B deduction, your net payment, which is the amount you will actually receive each month starting January. This information helps you plan ahead, especially if you're on a tight budget, which many seniors are. Why Medicare premiums? Change healthcare costs continue to rise across the country. Doctor visits, procedures, tests, and medications are more expensive today than they were just a few years ago. Medicare premiums adjust to reflect these rising costs. While these adjustments aren't always easy, they are part of ensuring the Medicare program stays strong and able to provide the coverage seniors depend on. What you should do when you receive your SSA letter this December. Read it carefully. Compare your 2024 and 2025 net benefit amounts. Note how much Medicare is deducting. Place the letter somewhere safe. Understanding these numbers now helps prevent surprises when your January payment shows up. Next up, in Part 10, we're going to address a major issue that affects many seniors: misinformation and scams, especially false claims about secret payments or special checks. You'll learn how to protect yourself and your personal information. Protecting yourself from misinformation and scams. Now that we've walked through the official changes coming this December, it's important to talk about something that affects millions of seniors every year: misinformation and scams related to Social Security. With so many updates happening at once, COLA increases, new payment schedules, Medicare premium adjustments, and SSI timing shifts, it becomes very easy for misleading claims to spread online. And unfortunately, scammers take advantage of confusion, especially during the holidays. Why misinformation spreads so easily? Many seniors receive their information from social media posts, viral videos, online articles with dramatic headlines, emails claiming urgent updates, but not all of these sources are trustworthy. Some are created just to get clicks, while others are intentionally deceptive. You may see bold claims like, "A $2,000 bonus check is arriving soon for all seniors." "New emergency stimulus approved, claim yours now." "Government hiding special payments for retirees." These statements might sound exciting, but they are rarely true. Scammers use phrases like these to lure people into clicking links or sharing personal information. Your personal information is valuable. Many scams begin by asking you to confirm your Social Security number, date of birth, address, bank account information. The moment you provide these details, your identity and benefits become vulnerable. Remember, the Social Security Administration will never call or email you asking for your full Social Security number or banking information. If someone claims they need this information, it is almost certainly a scam. How to stay safe here are 3 simple rules to protect yourself. Rule 1, verify through official sources. The best and most accurate information always comes from the official Social Security website, ssa.gov, the official SSA phone number, official government announcements. If something sounds unbelievable or unclear, verify it before trusting it. Rule 2, never click suspicious links. Scammers often send messages that look real, but lead to fake websites designed to steal your information. Rule 3, be skeptical of secret payments. There are no hidden checks, special bonuses, or exclusive payments that the government gives out secretly. If a new stimulus or program existed, it would be announced publicly. Why this matters: scams target seniors more than any other age group, especially during the holiday season when benefits and pay schedules are on people's minds. Protecting your identity also protects your income, your peace of mind, and your financial security. What to do if your payment doesn't arrive on time? Even though the Social Security Administration has a long history of delivering payments reliably, delays can still happen, especially around the holidays when banks have different operating hours and federal offices may be closed. For many seniors, a late Social Security payment can cause real stress. Bills are due, medications need to be refilled, groceries need to be purchased, and every dollar matters. So let's go through what you should and should not do if your payment doesn't show up when you expect it. Step 1. Wait 3 business days. The Social Security Administration recommends waiting 3 full business days after your scheduled payment date before calling them. Why 3 days? Because delays are often caused by bank processing issues, weekend or holiday timing, temporary technical problems, slower electronic transfers. In most cases, the money is already on its way and simply taking a bit longer to appear in your account. Step 2. Check your bank or direct deposit information. Before calling the SSA, make sure your bank account has not been closed or changed. Your routing number is correct. No bank holds or account issues have occurred. Even a small change, like opening a new checking account, can disrupt your deposit if SSA hasn't been updated. Step 3. Review your SSA letter for amount and schedule. Sometimes seniors expect a payment on the wrong date, or they're looking for an amount that has been adjusted due to Medicare premiums or COLA changes. Your SSA letter explains your new benefit amount, expected deposit dates, Medicare deductions. This helps you confirm whether the payment amount is correct. Step 4. Contact the SSA. Only after 3 days. If 3 business days have passed and the payment still hasn't arrived, then it's time to reach out to the SSA. They can check whether the payment was sent, whether it was returned by your bank, whether an error occurred in processing. SSA can also reissue the payment if needed, though this may take a short period. What you should not do. Do not share your Social Security number, bank information, or date of birth with anyone who contacts you claiming to fix your missing payment. Only communicate through official channels. Do not panic if others receive theirs before you. Payment batches often arrive at slightly different times depending on banks. Delays are rare, but preparedness helps. The vast majority of Social Security payments arrive exactly on schedule, but knowing what steps to take can bring peace of mind and protect you from unnecessary worry. Next up. In Part 12, we will discuss an important topic for people who plan to apply for Social Security benefits soon, and why December can be a strategic time to begin the process. Why December is a smart time to apply for Social Security benefits. For many people who have not yet started receiving Social Security, whether retirement, disability, or SSI, December can actually be one of the smartest times of the year to begin the application process. Not everyone realizes this, so let's walk through why it matters and how it can benefit you or someone you care about. Applications. Take time, starting now. Helps you get ahead. Social Security applications don't get approved overnight, whether you're applying for retirement benefits, disability benefits, SSDI, supplemental security income, SSI. The process can take weeks or even months, especially if medical documentation or additional verification is needed. Starting your application in December means you enter the system before the busy New Year period. Your benefits may begin earlier in 2026. You avoid delays caused by holiday closures. You give yourself time to gather paperwork without rushing. It's a calmer, more strategic way to prepare for the year ahead. The My Social Security account makes things easier. The SSA has made applying easier than ever with its online tools. By creating a My Social Security account at ssa.gov, you can review your earnings record, estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement or disability, update personal information, track the progress of your application. For many seniors, this online system removes the need to wait on hold or travel to an SSA office, and family members can help set it up, making the process smoother. A good time for disability applicants. For individuals applying for disability, SSDI, or SSI based on disability, December is especially important because disability claims often take several months. Medical evidence must be reviewed. Older adults sometimes need additional evaluations. Starting now means you could be approved earlier in the year, helping you stabilize your finances sooner. A helpful time for family caregivers. If you're helping a parent, spouse, or disabled adult child, December is a great month to review documents. Make sure income and bank information are current. Check that medical files are ready. Create a list of questions for the SSA. This preparation reduces stress later and ensures the application moves smoothly. Don't wait until you're desperate. Many people delay applying because they feel overwhelmed or unsure, but Social Security is your earned benefit. Beginning the process proactively before you absolutely need the money gives you more control, more clarity, and more peace of mind. Earnings limits for seniors who still work. Part-time. Many Americans receiving Social Security benefits continue to work part-time. Some do it to stay active, some because they enjoy what they do, and others because the extra income helps cover rising costs of food, housing, medication, and daily essentials. But if you are under full retirement age, working while receiving Social Security can affect your benefits. That's why December is such an important month. It's the perfect time to review how much you've earned this year and make sure you're not accidentally exceeding the limits. Understanding the earnings limit. Social Security has strict rules for people who receive benefits before reaching full retirement age, usually between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year. If you are younger than full retirement age, the SSA sets a limit on how much you can earn from work before your benefits are temporarily reduced. This is important. Your benefits are not gone forever. Any amount the SSA withholds will be credited back to you once you reach full retirement age, but exceeding the earnings limit can cause surprise reductions that may affect your monthly budget, so it's good to keep track before the year ends. If you are over full retirement age, here's the good news. If you are at or above full retirement age, you can earn as much as you want. No limits, no reductions, no penalties. Many seniors are relieved to learn this, especially those who enjoy part-time work or occasional freelance jobs. Why December matters. December is the last chance to review your total earnings for the year. Ask yourself, did I work more hours this year than I expected? Did I take on extra shifts? Did I start a side job or seasonal position? Is my income close to the annual limit? This can help you avoid surprises when the SSA reviews your earnings next year. How benefits are adjusted. If you do exceed the limit, the SSA reduces your benefits based on a formula. The reduction is temporary, and once you hit full retirement age, your monthly benefit is recalculated to give you credit for months when payments were withheld. So the system is not punishing, it's simply adjusting. A thought for seniors who are still working. Many older Americans continue working because they want to remain active and independent. Working provides purpose, structure, and social interaction. Others do it because the rising cost of living makes part-time work necessary. Whatever your reason, it's important to understand how the rules work so your benefits remain steady and predictable, helping aging parents and loved ones prepare for the new year. As we approach the end of the year, December becomes an especially important time for families who care for aging parents, grandparents, or relatives receiving Social Security, SSI, or SSDI. Many seniors feel overwhelmed by paperwork, changing benefit amounts, and official notices. That's why this month offers a perfect opportunity to make sure everything is organized, accurate, and ready for the year ahead. Reviewing their direct deposit information. One of the most common issues seniors encounter is outdated banking information. If your loved one has switched bank accounts, closed an old account, had a debit card replaced, changed financial institutions, the SSA may not be able to deliver payments properly. A simple 5-minute review of their direct deposit details can prevent late payments or returned deposits in January. Checking their SSA letter together. The December SSA letter contains essential information: their new benefit amount COLA adjustments, Medicare Part B deductions, net payment for the upcoming year. Sit down with them, either in person or over the phone, and go through the letter slowly. Many seniors just need reassurance that the numbers make sense and that nothing is wrong. Confirming they receive every benefit they qualify for. Benefits for older adults can be complicated. Some seniors miss out on help simply because they don't know it exists. December is a good time to review whether your loved one might qualify for extra help with Medicare drug costs, SNAP or food assistance, state supplements to SSI Medicaid support, utility assistance programs, veterans benefits, if applicable. A quick check with a local agency or online resource can uncover valuable support. Making sure healthcare coverage is updated. If they have Medicare, Medigap, or Medicare Advantage plans, make sure their plan is still active, their doctors still accept it. Prescriptions are covered for 2026. Premiums have not changed unexpectedly. Healthcare surprises can be stressful. Clarity helps prevent them. Organizing important documents. Encourage your loved one to keep key documents in a safe, easy-to-access place. Social Security Administration letters, Medicare cards, bank statements, prescription lists, power of attorney or advance directive, if applicable. Having these organized saves time and reduces stress in emergencies. A simple act of care for many seniors, financial paperwork can be intimidating. Taking a few minutes to help review their information not only protects their benefits, it brings comfort, peace of mind, and a sense of security heading into the new year. The bigger picture, why Social Security keeps evolving. As we look at all the changes happening in December 2025, new payment amounts, updated schedules, higher Medicare premiums, revised COLA adjustments, it's important to remember that these updates are part of a much larger story. Social Security is not a static program. It evolves, adapts, and responds to the economic realities faced by millions of Americans. For over 80 years, Social Security has been a pillar of financial stability for retirees, widows, widowers, disabled individuals, and families who depend on survivor benefits. But maintaining such a large program, one that supports more than 67 million people, requires constant adjustments and careful planning. Why COLA matters so much. The annual cost of living adjustment exists for one simple reason. The cost of life keeps rising. Groceries cost more, rent costs more, medical care costs more, sometimes much more. Utilities, gas, and insurance continue to increase year after year. Without COLA, Social Security checks would lose value over time. Seniors would fall further behind each year, struggling to match rising prices with stagnant income. The annual COLA increase, 2.5% for 2025, isn't perfect, but it helps ensure that benefits keep pace with inflation, at least partially. Where advocates believe more change is needed. Many experts argue that the current COLA formula doesn't fully reflect the expenses most seniors face. Healthcare costs, for example, tend to rise faster than general inflation. Since older adults spend a larger share of their income on medical care, a stronger formula that better reflects senior living costs is something many organizations have been fighting for. There is ongoing discussion in Washington about improving the COLA formula, strengthening the Social Security Trust Fund, expanding benefits for low-income seniors, adjusting payroll tax caps to create long-term sustainability. While no major reforms have passed yet, the challenge of long-term sustainability. Some reports warn that the Social Security Trust Fund may face shortfalls in the coming decade unless Congress takes action. This doesn't mean the program will disappear, but it could face reductions if legislation is not passed in time. The good news is that Social Security remains one of the most supported programs in the United States. Millions of Americans, young, old, working, retired, depend on it. This strong public support makes it more likely that lawmakers will eventually address these challenges. Why staying informed matters. Changes may happen slowly, but they do happen. And being aware of updates helps you. Plan your finances, understand your rights, protect your benefits, avoid misinformation, prepare for future adjustments. Knowledge is one of the greatest tools for maintaining independence and financial security. Looking ahead. As we close out 2025 and move into a new year, the Social Security system continues doing what it was designed to do, provide financial stability and dignity to Americans who have earned it through a lifetime of work. Final thoughts: staying confident, prepared, and informed. As we reach the end of this guide, I want to bring everything together with a clear, reassuring message. December 2025 is a month of important updates, but it is also a time to feel confident because now you understand exactly what is happening, why it matters, and what steps to take moving forward. Social Security continues to be one of the most trusted and essential programs in America. It is a promise built on your years of hard work, your contributions, and your dedication. And even as the world changes, prices rise, healthcare costs shift, and new rules appear, you are not navigating this alone. Here are the key takeaways to carry with you. 1. The 2.5% COLA increase. This raise helps your benefits keep up with higher living costs. It may not cover everything, but it is an important protection for your income. Second, payment schedules are predictable. Whether your date is based on early beneficiary status, birthday, or SSI timing, you now know exactly when your money should arrive in December. Third, SSI receives 2 payments this month, by design. It's not a mistake, it's simply the January 2026 payment arriving early due to the holiday. Fourth, SSDI follows the same schedule as retirement benefits. Your birthday determines your payment date just like Social Security retirees. Fifth, 6, 7. If your payment is late, follow the 3-day rule. Most delays resolve on their own. After 3 business days, contact the SSA directly. 8. December is a smart time to apply for benefits. Starting early helps you avoid delays and prepares you for the new year. 9. Working while receiving benefits has rules. If you're not yet at full retirement age, be mindful of earnings limits. 10. Helping loved ones matters. A few minutes of support, from reviewing letters to checking accounts, can make a tremendous difference for aging family members. Moving forward with peace of mind. The Social Security system may seem complex at times, but you now have the knowledge to understand it with clarity and confidence. Staying informed protects your income, your independence, and your well-being. As we step into a new year, remember this. You earned these benefits. You deserve stability and dignity. You have the tools to stay prepared. Thank you for taking the time to learn, understand, and strengthen your financial future. Here's to a steady, secure, and peaceful year ahead.